The true cost of ambition. They dreamed of a peaceful city, clean streets, happy families, children laughing. And on the horizon, a proud man points at a glowing power plant. They dreamed of endless energy, no smoke, no dirt, just light and hope for the future. The decision. Scientists in white coats, a politician shaking hands, the construction of a nuclear plant. The crowd claps. They built it. A sun trapped in steel and wires. But the sun doesn't forgive mistakes. The disaster. Sudden alarms, a flash of light, explosion, chaos. People running, evacuating, a mother holding her child close and running. Sirens, ash in the air, smoke covering the sky. One error, one failure, and the dream turned into silence, smoke and sorrow, the cost. Empty cities, cracked walls, withered trees, portraits of lost loved ones, a lonely shoe in the dirt, a land that no one can live in, a future stolen, lives buried not by time, but by ambition. The question. A small child stands before the ruins of the power plant holding a paper flower. Was it worth it? Was the price of power too high? This is a story about ambition, about the choices we make and the sacrifices we're willing to pay for them. It's a story that's been told countless times before, but it's a story that needs to be told again and again because the choices we make today will determine the world we live in tomorrow. We live in a world where power is everything. The more power we have, the more we can achieve. But with great power comes great responsibility. And sometimes the sacrifices we're asked to make in the name of progress are simply too great to bear. The people in this story had a dream of a better future. They wanted a world that was free from the smoke and dirt of the old power plants. They wanted a world that was powered by the very essence of the sun itself. And for a time, it seemed like their dream was going to come true. The new power plant was going to bring them cheap, clean energy for generations to come. But then something went wrong. There was an explosion, a disaster that killed thousands and left the city in ruins. In the end, they had traded their future for a false promise of progress. And now it's up to us to decide if it was worth it, if the price of power was too high. We live in a world where we're constantly being bombarded with messages telling us to buy now and pay later. We've become a society of consumers who are willing to sacrifice our future selves' happiness for the sake of today's pleasure. But we can't afford to keep making these mistakes. The world we live in is too fragile. The resources we consume are too precious. If we're not careful, we'll end up destroying the very planet that sustains us. So let's take a lesson from the people in this story. Let's remember that with great power comes great responsibility. And sometimes the price of power is simply too high to pay. Silent. This story is about one such price. It's about the dreams that died and the lives that were lost in the pursuit of power. Our story begins, like many others, with a dream. A dream of a better tomorrow, of a city free from the grime of coal, where the air is clean and the streets are bright. It's a dream shared by countless societies across the globe. In this tale, it's a politician who champions this dream. He sees a future powered by the atom, unconstrained by the limitations of fossil fuels. It's a future that's cleaner, safer, and just a handshake away. The decision is made. The ground is broken. And for a while, all seems well. But as the towers of the power plant begin to pierce the sky, a shadow looms. It's a shadow born of cautionary tales, of hushed whispers about the dangers of the atom. Yet the dream of a brighter tomorrow seems too alluring to abandon. So the construction continues. And then one day, everything changes. Alarms blare, lights flash, and in a split second, the dream becomes a nightmare. The power plant, once a symbol of progress, now spews chaos and destruction. People flee, their lives upended in an instant. Amidst the chaos, a mother clutches her child close, shielding him with her own body. But even her love cannot alter the cruel hand of fate. As the radiation spreads, the city becomes a ghost town. Homes are abandoned, their interiors filled with dust and despair. Trees stand as silent sentinels, their branches gnarled and lifeless. Years go by, decades turn into centuries. And still, the area remains a desolate wasteland, a grim reminder of the power of nature and the hubris of man. In the heart of this wasteland stands the ruined power plant, a monument to human ambition and its terrible cost. And amidst the ruins, a single shoe lies abandoned, a poignant symbol of the lives that were broken by the pursuit of power. The question is, was it worth it? Was the price of power, the sacrifice of lives, the loss of an entire generation? Was it all worth it for a future that never came to be? The answer, like so many things in life, is not black or white. It's a gray area where the true cost of power resides. Power, in its essence, is a double-edged sword. It can elevate us to great heights, but it can also crush us to unthinkable depths. The true test, therefore, lies not in wielding power, but in recognizing its cost. This story isn't just about a fictional power plant. It's a microcosm of countless stories across our planet. It is a reminder of the challenges we face as we seek to harness the forces of nature. For our benefit, it's a call for balance. for understanding the consequences of our actions and the importance of cherishing what truly matters. As we stand at the precipice of a new era, let this story be a beacon, guiding us towards progress that's sustainable, ethical, and above all, humane. Because the pursuit of power shouldn't come at the cost of our humanity. Thank you for watching.